It's always good to know what we've discussed with a patient, and in today's litigious society, it's also very smart to have a record of that discussion. Chairside's patient function allows you to keep those records and make the next important step to true informed consent. We see in the top left corner that the client John Doe is loaded. If we then move to the Patient button and click it, we have the options of adding a new client, selecting a different client, or editing the current client. We'll click on History and see John Doe's educational history. Here we see a clipboard that shows the April 27, 2009 and 28, 2009 education presentations that Mr. John Doe has seen. Mr. Doe is just starting the second page of his education. If we click on the Print, we get a more standardized form which we can print to have the patient sign for true informed consent. Here we see the history, Mr. John Doe, birth date June 12, 1975, and the April 27th and 28th education, as well as the editable patient consent statement ready for the patient's signature, which can then be printed for your files. By closing out of that section and then closing out of the clipboard, we return to the main screen where we can continue John Doe's education. Maybe he's having third molar complications, so we will click on that section and check a third molar impacted, causing anterior tooth damage movie.
This movie shows the importance of removing wisdom teeth before they cause trouble. Sometimes, as the tooth erupts horizontally, it may be stopped by the molar ahead of it. Here we see in the cross-section that it can continue to erupt and resorb the tooth ahead of it. This in turn may cause pulpal damage in addition to completely destroying the root. Now both the wisdom tooth as well as the tooth ahead of it will need to be removed. Furthermore, the opposing tooth to the one lost will over-erupt and may need extraction.
Once that video is complete, we can go back to the patient section and check on the updated history. In the clipboard, page 2 indicates the wisdom tooth movie that John Doe has seen, and we can then print, and we've got an updated history of John Doe's education and the exact date and time on which it was printed. Saving the records of what the patient has seen and being sure that they really understood that explanation provides a high standard of care for the patient and a high level of security for the dental professional.